Hello again and welcome to Zurker. We're going to go through a brief walkthrough now of all the different features within Zurker. And we're going to do them one at a time from signing in to signing out. So, first thing we're going to do is sign in. And the first page that you see is your street page. The street is kind of like a list of everything that's going on, everything that people are saying, everything that people are discussing. And it's actually, this is your stream page, which is street plus home, and you get stream. So there are two sides to this. There's street, which is, like I said, is sort of the public. This is what people are out in the middle of the park with the megaphone. That's what they're saying, and then the crowds are responding. On the home side, this is things that are specific just to you. So anything that you've said in public, anything that people have responded to, people who are requesting to connect with you, or responding to requests that you've made, comments, photos, anything that they've posted in response to something that you have done is on that side. So let's go back to the street here. And so well, actually, you know what? When I generally get here, I go to the home first to see what what I need to do first. So here I've got a bunch of people that want to connect with me. So I click on here, and it brings me to the Manage Connects page. And what I can do is I can accept these connections. Now, I personally am what you call an open networker. So unless you do something that I don't like, I'm gonna accept your request. And most people that I connect with are either business connections or owners that are on, or they have something to do with photography. Now, I happen to know this guy is active with politics, so I could tag people I connect with according to our common interests. And so I'm not going to go through all of these because I have to think about which tags to put them on. But so that's how you connect with people on Zurker. If I wanted to connect with someone, let's find someone who's not connecting with me. Tell you what, we'll go back to the street. Let's see, somebody who's posted something that I haven't seen before, I'm not connected with. I don't think I'm connected with Mr. Shubanker. I am, okay. Well, there would be two options here. I could either follow him, which means I could just watch and see what he posts, or I could actually request to be connected, which obviously I have already done. So let's go back. I think I'm connected with Barjesh. Yeah, I went through and connected with a whole bunch of people in the last few days, so now I don't remember who I did and who I didn't. Anyway, but it's pretty much that simple. If you like something that somebody posted, you could just pull up their profile and then you can connect to them, unless they have specifically said that people cannot request. And that's one of the neat things about Zurker, is that you can set up your own privacy in terms of what people can say to you, which people can say it, and so on. So that's sort of the main part of Zurker. That's the part where people communicate. Now we have zones where you can tag things to be of a particular type of item, whether it's a video or a photo, or if it's a news item or entertainment. And there are actually about 8,000 different tags right now that people are using. And of course we have this set of core tags, which will probably be expanded as the system is goes public and is built up some more. So let's skip over to Zen here very quickly. Zen is the virtual currency within Zurker. And you can use Zen to buy virtual shares in Zurker. Right now, shares in Zurker are virtual. When Zurker becomes incorporated and there's an actual funding source, those shares will actually be worth real money. And so people are investing real money into virtual shares at this point, and we'll get something back as time goes on. Right now, members are limited to the number of V shares that they can buy, and that's to prevent any one user or any small group of users from having too much control. Again, Zen is about democracy and and control through the community, and so many things are being put into place to prevent any sort of one man or oligarchical type of rule. And so you can learn more about how Zen. One of the neat things is that there is a Zen marketplace. So there are folks out there who will accept Zen as payment. My company happens to be one of them. So we're not going to get into that now, but there's a zurkerzen.com, and that's where you can find more about those folks. And then there's Zen agents that you can buy Zen from, and different agents offer different discounts depending on the volume that they are doing. And so now let's go to the dashboard. Dashboard is sort of everything that's about you. So if I go to updates, here's all the updates that I've posted, and these are all the zones in which I have posted my updates. So yeah, I've got a few zones there and a couple of updates. Finds are sort of link sharing, and it's a little update is just text. A find is actually when you're sharing a link. So, and this is to help people avoid the cut and paste plagiarism that plagues and causes issues with other sites. So you find a link, you like it, you put it on here, you do a find, and you share it, and then the ownership and the rights go along with it because you're sharing a link. You're not just doing a cut and paste. And then of course photos. So any photos that you want to upload and share with folks, you can. Not too much needs to be said there. Comments that you've made, so you can go back and see what you've commented on. And I'm one of those folks that has a lot to say about a lot of different things, so I comment on a lot of people's posts. I'm usually nice about it. Sometimes maybe not so much. And we have conversations. These are one-to-one, talking to you and one other member, and it's basically it's not the same as Instant Messenger. It doesn't pop up on your screen, but it is one-to-one. So it's kind of like private messaging in Facebook without the pop-up. And again, everything is private, so nobody else can see this except for the person that I'm conversing with, who happens to be Manoj here. And then you can create a confab, which is you and a number of other members, so you can have group discussions about different topics, or putting together any sort of private any sort of private meeting that you want to have with up to a couple dozen people, and you discuss things either that have to do with Zurker or anything else. And we go to our contacts. These are all the folks I'm connected with on Zurker, and I'm working on trying to make sure that I'm connected with almost everybody. The more people you're connected with, the more good you can do. That's kind of the bottom line. And when you want to invite people to join Zurker, basically you can just send them to your profile. They'll get a pop-up message that asks them if they want to take a tour or if they want to join. I'd have to log out first in order to show you that, but I did do that on another video, so we'll skip that for now. And then you can invest in Zurker, and this is where you can buy V shares, and you can earn Zen by participating in the community, by taking part in contests, by providing services to the community, and then you can be rewarded in Zen, which you can then turn around and turn into V shares. So you can, without an outlay of cash, actually become an investor. Then we have different settings for your usability. So you can set your email address, you can put multiple passwords. In case you're someone like me who uses 9 different passwords depending on what site I'm on, and I forget which password I used for this one, so I can put 3 or 4 that I'm sure I will remember. And here you can set your preferences, so your basic security, whether or not people can find you by your email, whether or not your online status is hidden, and so on. It's very similar to the kinds of things that you would see in many bulletin board forums, and it's actually very comprehensive. You can basically decide who can and cannot see you, and in your settings you can update your profile. So there's my moniker. You can put an avatar, what I want my name to be displayed as on the site itself, a little bit about me, charities that I support, and then you can add your interests that are either personal or professional, movies you like, music you like, a bit about your background, perhaps where you've been, groups you're affiliated with, all kinds of good stuff. And then when people look at your profile, they get a good idea about of what you're about. And then we have the blacklist. If someone is sending me messages, or if they're constantly posting stuff that is just hateful or argumentative or just plain, stupid, you can blacklist them and you'll never see anything from them again. It's like they have disappeared. So that's kind of a neat thing. And there's no censorship here, but if someone gets blacklisted enough, it'd be work out about the same, because no one's going to hear what they have to say. Well, this function is not not working yet, but for ideas, and I suspect that when it's up and running, it will get flooded. And then, of course, there's you could search and sign out. And then these are just quick buttons here. So if I want to post an update, post a new find, again that's a link, or upload my photos, I just use these 3 buttons. So that's a very quick overview of what Zurker is all about and how it works. And my Zurker ID is zurker.com/Patsy, Patcii, and I hope to see you on Zurker.